This video is being put together to go over the importance of a comprehensive financial planning approach to make sure all areas are taken care of and you have a sound financial plan. There are only two guarantees to happen: change and taxes. So we build plans that give our clients flexibility to make changes accordingly to market conditions. I'm here with my partner Gabriel to go over the 6 areas of financial planning. Hello Gabriel, how are you today?
Good, Lorraine, how are you?
Good, thank you. Gabriel, the first area in the financial planning approach is financial positioning. Can you please explain the importance of this area to our clients?
Yes, financial positioning to us is one of the main drivers of any financial plan. Budgeting and debt management are key components of your financial positioning area. The better the job you do with your budgeting, the more cash flow you're going to be able to have available to be able to invest in other areas throughout your accumulation and also your distribution phase.
Now, protection planning is the second area. Can you please explain this in more detail?
Yes, protection planning is more a love letter to your family. Pretty much means, how do I transfer the risk of something happening to me as far as life or disability is concerned to an insurance company that will provide that protection to my family. If we don't do a good job on this area, the whole plan can go out the window because you cannot plan for the unforeseen.
Now, investment planning is the third area. How would you explain this area to our clients?
Yes, investment planning is more, how do I make sure my asset allocation is consistent with my risk tolerance and time horizon? Also understanding that there's a big difference between long-term investing and short-term investing for liquidity reasons. And understanding that diversifying, it's one of the best components of investment planning. One of the key areas that most people are not aware of is there's a big difference between investing in the accumulation phase and investing in the retirement phase, because we no longer have a salary. So understanding the biggest difference between both is what's going to give you better options to have available when you need to invest in your retirement phase.
Now, tax management is the next area. How would you go to explain this area?
Yes, understanding the 3 different options that you have as far as taxable vehicle is concerned, it's important. You have your tax deferred vehicles like your traditional 401k and traditional IRAs that you're able to put before tax dollars into those vehicles, and you pay taxes as you take the money out in your retirement phase. You also have your taxable vehicles like real estate and brokerage accounts that allow you to put after tax dollars in them, and then you pay a capital gain as long as you keep the investment for a year or over a year. And then you have the tax advantage vehicles like the Roth 401k or the Roth IRA. We believe having a good diversification between those 3 vehicles is what's going to give you better control of your assets, especially as far as your taxes are concerned in your distribution phase, which can be a huge risk if we don't plan ahead. Nobody knows for sure where those tax brackets are going to be once we retire, but being proactive in advance is what's going to give you better options to create that income from there.
Now, the 5th area we look at is retirement planning. Can you please explain this to clients?
Yes, retirement planning is more, how do I create well in advance at least 3 to 4 vehicles that are going to create income for me. Now in retirement, I no longer have a salary, so my income is going to come from the vehicles that I have created throughout my accumulation phase. I want to make sure I have some market-related vehicles, at least a couple, that are going to give me some growth to be able to hedge inflation. But I also need to have some non-market-related vehicles that I have access to money at any point in time if market conditions are not in my best interest to go into the equities to create income from those market-related vehicles. So being proactively well in advance to retirement, it's a huge advantage for most individuals, because we see a lot of times people go throughout life working, accumulating, and they wait until the last minute to know where that money is going to come from in their retirement phase. And a lot of times, if you wait for the last minute, you don't have as many options, or the options are not as good as they could have been if you proactively work on your financial plan.
And the 6th and final area is estate planning. Now, with estate planning, can you please go into a little bit more detail for people?
Yes, estate planning is more how do I transfer my assets that I'm not going to use in my retirement phase to my beneficiaries, to my kids, to my grandkids, making sure that I have some tax strategies that will give me some tax advantages to transfer assets to my kids. And that needs to be done well in advance to the person passing or the spouse passing. Rules change over time, so we want to make sure we keep our wills and our trust updated and all of our accounts have beneficiaries so that our family members can avoid probate that could be costly, and more importantly, how to have strategies to give you tax advantages to transfer assets to your beneficiaries.
Well, thank you, Gabriel. I think you overall explained how the 6 areas of financial planning are integrated with each other.
Yes, Lorraine. We believe comprehensive financial planning is very important because the better you understand how the distribution phase works, the better you can position your assets to minimize the two main obstacles that we see in retirement, which are market volatility and taxes. And that's what we're here for, to make sure that we help our clients position their assets in the most efficient way for those two main risks, along with others, but we're here to help.
Wonderful. And if you'd like more information, please visit our website at www.financialconceptsguide.com. Thank you.